ethers. Here we go. Hello, everybody. What day is it? Thursday.
I don't think so.
Days have got me head scrambled. It's Thursday today. I can't believe it. Welcome to Thursday lunchtime. And Cheryl and I are here with a very, 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 very special guest.
Thank you.
Our gorgeous Lisa Hudson in the house to entertain. Hello, Lisa. Welcome.
Thank you. No, really nice to see you both again. Must have been 2 weeks.
It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen you, and it's so good because you've been in our mind coding program, and we did an in-person VIP intensive day with you in Newcastle, which was amazing. But just tell the viewers, tell everyone that's joining, we're popping your cherry today, aren't we?
Yep, first time live. I don't do videos often, as everybody knows, but no, first time. So yeah.
Oh, I'm so honoured. It's just like, it just makes me happy. I just didn't even realise. I knew you didn't like videos, but I just didn't realise you hadn't done it before. So the fact that we asked you and you said yes means the world to us. So thank you.
It's okay. Pleasure.
And you're so cool, calm and collected. It's like the first time you've done it and you're just like,
I think with all the work I've done on myself, I'm so much more relaxed, in the flow. And you know what will be, will be.
Oh, I love that. And that's what I want to ask you about today, because right now the VIP waitlist is open for mind coding, which is our practitioner certification. And it's like Cheryl and people ask us, me and Cheryl, about it, and we're like, it's just amazing, it's brilliant. But we thought it'd be really useful to have you come on and share, like, you are a successful entrepreneur, you're already an accredited coach, but you still jump in to do mind coding. So it's not like you don't know how to make money. It's not like you don't know how to attract clients. It's not like you don't know anything about mindset, but this really spoke to you, didn't it? And we've had lots of chats. And I was like, I would love you to share that with people, because I think there's probably a lot of people out there who are like, well, I've got an ICF and I've already got a business. Like, why should I do another accreditation? And this is so much more than that, isn't it? So just tell us a little bit, like, where your headspace was before you joined the program, the certification, and just like start from there, and we'll start chatting about it.
Yeah, I think where I was before I joined the mind coding certification, I was looking for something that would integrate into my business strategy coaching, because what became apparent to me was, like, you could have all the strategy in the world, but if the inner bits weren't right or flowing, then none of the other stuff was going to come.
Yeah.
And as you know, I'm very into unconditional love, and working out how to bring that into my coaching business as a heart set coach. I was struggling with the ICF tools and things that we had. And, you know, I really enjoyed my ICF and I am accredited with them. Yeah. However, when I came across your things and, you listed out everything that's involved in the course, it just sang to me immediately. And I can honestly say that the program, I really look forward to coming to it every week. You didn't want to miss it. It wasn't boring. You weren't being preached to. You know, the work that we did with everybody in the group was a game changer for me. It just worked so perfectly. And I think because it works perfectly for me, it works really well for my clients. Yeah, definitely.
You know, the thing that you said at the beginning, though, and because Cheryl and I say this all the time, and I know I posted about it, I did like the fuck the funnels thing, didn't I? And you were like, yes, absolutely. But, and as a business coach and someone who knows how to build funnels and help people create business strategy, all the rest of it, like, just explain what we mean by that when we say, like, if the mind bit's not intact, then it doesn't matter, like, what you do, it's not going to work the same. Will you just explain from your perspective and your experience of working with clients in a business capacity what that looks like?
Okay, so often clients will come to me where they're they're going through changes in their life. They've done the businesses, they've made the money, but yet there's something missing. And they've been in such a masculine energy. They've been doing the doing, and getting to this point, and then they suddenly go, so what's next? Or they suddenly realise that actually they don't really know what makes them tick. They don't know what their passion, their purpose is. And they realise then that they've got all this, they've never stopped to think about it. And a lot of my clients come to me because they're going through those changes. They're looking for something next, but they've also not done the inner work. They've not had the time to stop and think about what they really want to do. And they're also they're struggling to make decisions. They're struggling with their intuition. They're struggling with all that stuff because they've never really had that time to sit and all the stuff that's really missing. I hope I've explained it. You know, And that's basically me. That's me. My clients they're me, you know, and that's what's become apparent through this whole process. I was doing the doing, and things weren't sitting right for me, and things didn't feel right. And then, honestly, I came across this, and I thought, yes, some of the stuff I've already done some work on it, but this just solidified it. And the way that it was taught, well, mentored and coached, because there was, a little bit of everything in there. It just worked perfectly. And the tools are very practical, but also the tools that we take away to use to do the reflection exercises each week were really good. And then the work that we did with our coding circles, so you get to practice the coaching, but also it's another lifeline for you. So it was actually ladies in my group, and we've built up some really good relationships, and we've got a fantastic group, and we're going to be continuing actually. We're going back through the whole course. I think we've got a date set already. We're starting at the end of after graduation. So that's the plan.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I absolutely love it. And I think, you're a mum, you've got a family, you're an entrepreneur. And I think a lot of women or people may kind of go, oh, how am I going to fit this in, right? Like, I'd love to do it, but how will I make that work in my life? Like, what would you say to someone who's thinking, I'd love to do it, but actually I'm too busy, I haven't got time?
That won't even enter your head when you start doing it. Maybe at the beginning you might have some doubts, but all the answers ultimately in you. You know you want to do it, and when you do it, you don't want to miss it. So it's not a chore. You're actually enjoying the whole course, and you don't want to miss it, and you don't want to watch it on replay, because obviously you can, but being there with everybody, you make time for it. They say, don't they? You will do those things that are the most important to you.
Yeah, that is so true. And I think sometimes as well, when we have these feelings of like, oh, well, I don't want to do it, I haven't got time, sometimes that's just our fear, isn't it, getting in the way of us doing something. Like you said, it really spoke to you, and you must have come across some barriers yourself of thinking, oh God, like, have I got time? Do I need to invest it? What were some of the things that came up for you? Or was it just that you're like, no, I've been watching and waiting for the right thing, and this is it?
This actually was really different for me. I wasn't looking for anyone to say it was okay to do it. I've done that in the past. This time, I actually didn't really speak to anybody. I'd just seen it. I knew, I think because of all the information that was there, I knew that it was something I wanted to do. And actually, I went with my gut in that instance, which sometimes I've found difficult to do, I won't lie. But now I've got the tools to do that. And for my clients, it's a lot better. And I just signed up that evening, and the next day, because it's often the next day, isn't it, when you've signed up for something and you go, oh, hang on a minute, what have I done?
Yeah,
you get the fear. I'll get the fear afterwards. But this time I didn't get the fear. And that's the honest truth. I was I've absolutely loved it. It's been really, really good. And it really has transformed not just me personally, through business as well.
That's what I was going to say. Like, what results has it helped you to create in your life?
Wow. First thing is trusting my intuition.
Priceless. Okay.
So I've been able to make decisions actually more quickly, but also more aligned with actually what my goals, and I know you guys call it soul goals.
Yeah.
I might have used SMART goals in the past, and I'll still refer back to that. Yeah. That's what some people will understand. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think that, trusting my intuition has been a big one. I found that that was probably the most difficult one for me. Also, with that, it allowed me to make decisions, and going back to what my intentions were set out with to start with. Yeah. Checking in that they align with each other, and then maybe on a daily basis now. I mean, I've got a new diary thing that I use. I have got one of those digital remarkables, but I can't get on with it.
Oh, you see, you're like me. I'm a like a pen and paper girl.
Yeah, me too.
Digital remarkable, and I'm like, I can't get my head around it.
They're horrible. I've tried it. Honest, they're horrid. So I've gone back to, and I actually get great enjoyment about just writing in that my thoughts and things, so journaling, but also like I said, I'd say that was one of the big things, but also trusting myself. So again, it all aligns with every step
100%.
took you on to the next thing. And I know you said every week, this is my favorite week. And I've been the same. Oh, well, yeah, I really like that week. But then the next week you think, oh no, I really like this week. Yeah.
I'm so glad it's not just us. We were, honestly, and that was so from the bottom of our heart. Like, we mean it every single, like, this is definitely my favorite week. And I'm like, oh no, this is just amazing this week. We love it.
Yeah, well, I think, and also resolving internal conflicts for me as well. So, you've got the two things you're looking at, but I think I realised that everything was within me ultimately, and it just brought it all out, and just to sit and trust was definitely a big thing. All around that for me, and also that's the same with my clients. Exactly the same.
Yeah, but this is the hidden cost of business, isn't it? Though, when you speak it, this is what's coming through for me. It's like how much money it costs us when we don't trust ourselves, or when we don't listen to our gut and we go and do the thing that we should do, or that they're doing, and it looks like it's successful to them. And even though, and Cheryl and I have done it, and it's cost us financially, energetically, emotionally, and from a time perspective, a lot sometimes, because we've done the thing that we're supposed to do, not felt really aligned with it, not trusted our own intuition and gut, and gone and done the thing. And every time we come back and we're like, what were we thinking? At the time, with our resources we had, we thought that was the right thing for us. But intuitively, we've known differently, but we haven't trusted the inner knower, as we call it.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly the same for me. And also looking for justification from other people, oh, do you think I should do this?
Yeah, permission from other people to make decisions about you and your life and business.
Yeah, or doing things to please other people. That's been a big one as well.
Hands up, recovering people pleaser. Still have the urge a lot of the time, 100%. But you're aware of it now, right? From all the work we do, you can see it come up and you know what it is, and you can jump on it much faster.
Yeah, 100%. The tools are so very useful in many situations, and for me, they've interlinked in different ways.
Yeah.
It's made a big difference for me personally, and definitely with business. I feel much more relaxed, and just being me.
Yeah.
That
being relaxed is really important, isn't it? Cheryl and I often observe that, and we felt the same a lot of the time early in our coaching career, when you kind of not dreading or anxious about the client call, but you can get very in your own head, can't you, about like, am I getting them the right result? Do I know the right tool to help them with this? So sometimes you're in your own process rather than being able to fully be in the process with the client. And we're talking about like really true, what Cheryl and I would call coaching now, not mentoring, where you're giving them, and like you're a coach, like that's what you wanted to be, and really delve into the subconscious and shift the identity. So for us, mind coding was just about giving you more theory. We do educate and tell you why, but we give you the tools, right? So that you know how to then help the client delve into that, or yourself to delve into it, to create a very different outcome. So just talk to us a little bit about how that's, I know you said there, like you feel so much more comfortable, but how does it feel now as a coach, knowing that you can work seamlessly with these different processes?
Well, for starters, there's so many different tools to use, but obviously when you've trained as a coach, I felt a lot of them were very generic. And I think what I've brought into some of the tools that I've learned through the mind coding is positive psychology as well. And that's something that I'm very much interested in. And that is definitely a theme I felt that ran through the whole thing. And about your energy, without a doubt, energy being everything. There's so many different aspects to the mind coding, and you could take it another way if you wanted to go self-studying something else. So it piqued my interest in different things, and I'm looking forward to the extra reading list. Actually, Donna, I was going to ask you about that.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. I need to share that with you guys, because that's the thing, is we want, like, some of you are very interested in like the quantum and the metaphysics side of things. Some of you are very interested like in the actual brain and the mind and the subconscious. Some of you are interested in more like the law of the universal laws of like law of attraction, and so we've kind of gone through, haven't we, with each teaching aspect, and try to tell you from each perspective how you would use that or explain it. Has that been helpful to you, like as a as the coach and the coachee almost as the process.
Yeah, very much so. And throughout the course, the program, you also dropped some of the authors of some of the things, you know, that they've maybe done a PhD on and things like that. And I've been able to pick up those and research that a bit further. But also, I think your experience that you brought up from, you know, you've done your doctorate, haven't you, as well? And you can see that some of that's in there. So it's quite advanced in, you know, it's quite. There's a lot to do, but I loved it.
It's not the basics course by any means.
Yeah. But when we started off, we're like, let's just write a mindset program and you know, teach people how to like be a mindset coach. That was the intention that we had at the beginning, and then we've ended up with an advanced neuroscience, spirituality, quantum physics, energy. Like it just went in a completely different direction. And the intention is to do an advanced one of it as well. We haven't finished yet.
Because the thing is, like Cheryl and I, when we're writing it, it's like we don't know anymore how you separate out the function of the brain from how energy flows through you, from how, you know, universal laws are working. Like for us, it's all the same thing. It's just sometimes the words that you use and explain it at like the logical level, the emotional level, and the intuitive level are a little bit different.
Yeah, and I think the way that it was explained was easy to understand. Good. So you felt, I felt engaged with it. You never been bored of it. You know, there was always, it was really interesting and easy to understand. You know, the language that was being used worked for me anyway.
Even the bad language, you always chuckle when we say the F bomb.
Even the bad language, Donna. Yeah, Donna.
And see, I don't know bad language. It's only Donna. But I mean, our intention when we wrote the program was become a mind coding practitioner, and you can create any result that you want in your life. Would you say that with the tools and techniques that you've learned, you can create any result in your life?
100%. Yeah, so many different aspects to it. I've massively enjoyed it, and I think that whoever does it and takes those different tools, you can definitely use it in different ways depending on what you've got your interests in, or what your ideal client, if you know you have an ideal client, or in your personal life as well. You know, it's not just for bit, you know, it's a whole thing. I think at first, perhaps before I did enter it, I did think, would it be applicable for business? But of course it was.
Yeah, because we've all got a mind and a brain, and we're all using them all the time, whether we're consciously or unconsciously applying it, right? And that's the beauty of it. It's like when people say to me, who does it work for? Me and Cheryl are like, anyone, like anyone. But if you're interested in how mind works, and you're interested in how manifestation, creation, taking something from thought to form works, you're going to really love it. Like you're going to really, really, really thrive in this environment if you are already naturally interested in that. It's not the kind of program I think you come on just to find out how to like get better results just in general. You have to want to know how to do it from a really deep level. This isn't just like a tool that you sit down and take someone through a sheet of paper. Like it's not a spreadsheet. Like this is actual, like how you create results from the inside out, isn't it? Like anything.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think because of the stuff that we get every week, you are encouraged to go through those the reflection exercises. So you're living the program as you go along. So as you come out the back end, you've done all of it yourself as well.
Yeah.
So you're not just sitting and learning, you're doing.
Not passive. It's very immersive, isn't it? Yeah. And I love that you've enjoyed that, because Cheryl and I did think, like, is it too much? Like, we know it's a big commitment when you come into it, but like you're going to walk away as a practitioner with a brand, with a mind coding certification, with 130 CPD points. Like it doesn't, like when you leave, it's like having a year at university. When you come out with a program, like that's the weight of what you're getting and what you're doing. So just before the call, just to wrap up, like we said to you, like you said, oh, I've had a coaching call. And we were like, are you using the tools? And you're like, every single conversation.
Yeah, I'm using it now in a lot of my stuff, and my social stuff's changing now, and you know, things are slowly, well, they're changing. Things are changing, a bit more relaxed about what I'm doing. Everything feels like, there's nothing stopping me now.
I've literally got chills. I mean, mic drop. That's it. I'm going to stop.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Oh, honestly, and if you're watching, go and connect with Lisa. Like, she's just genuinely one of life's most genuine, heart-led, integrous people who just wants the best for clients. So make sure that you're hooking up with her as well on wherever you're watching us in the ethers. And Lisa, thank you so much. I mean, next up is graduation.
Yeah, I'm excited. 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks now, I think.
Yeah.
So we just can't wait, and we're dying to see you all and celebrate. Like, what a journey, because it has been not all year, but it's been the biggest chunk of the year, isn't it? Has been in your mind coding, in your mind coding classes, and here we are. The payoff is happening. You feeling confident, sitting in front of people, just like having these tools flow through you. Like, this is everything. Thank you so much for trusting us and jumping in, because you are one of the first ever. You are the first ever collective, and you didn't really know. Like, you know what we're telling you, but it's different on the other side, isn't it?
I've loved every minute of it. No, and thank you, ladies. It's been really good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing it with everyone as well. How have you found your first ever live?
Yay!
Cherry popped. She's going to be live all the time now. I can just tell, because you're a natural.
We'll see.
What Tara and I are going to do is, everywhere you're watching, guys, we're going to pop the link for the VIP waitlist. So the VIP waitlist, so it's not open for general enrollment yet. So next week on Monday, we will be sharing with the people on the VIP waitlist when it's opening, all of the details, and spilling some behind the scenes tea over the weekend as well, which we're very excited about. And the waitlist people basically get preferential bonuses and things thrown in. So if you are interested, it's definitely worth coming into the list so that you can find out what is on offer for you. And then it'll be a little while after that the general public get to jump in, depending on how many spaces are left, because it's a limited spaces program. So I'm going to pop the link in after this. We're going to go and have a little cuppa now. Have a lovely day, everybody. Enjoy your Thursday. We'll see you all very soon. Thank you, Lisa.
Bye. Thank you, Lisa.
Bye.